Hey everybody, this is C, and I'm the owner of CLM Custom Designs on Etsy, and my channel is all things crafting. If you've been here before, welcome back, and if you're new, welcome. Come on in and take a seat, and let's get ready to learn something. I am finally getting to the video where I test out the things that I got from the dollar store when I was up in Ohio. I know it's been a long time because other stuff just keeps coming up, but anyway, that's what I'm doing today. I am testing out the products that I got in Ohio. So if you're interested in seeing whether or not those Dollar Tree items work, stick around. Let's jump into the intro. If you recall, I got this particular weeding tool. They did have the other style, which is more similar to the Cricut. Mine's is over there. I'll show you in a second. I didn't get that kind, but if you remember, my girlfriend Serena did, and I will insert a clip of her using that right after I test these out. But, so I'm going to try these out. They came 2 in a pack. I don't really know the difference between the two. They look, one's a little fatter. I guess that's the difference. If you can tell, one is a little fatter, one is thinner. One thing I can tell you that I don't like is the lids. They don't really stay on securely, so they're easy to come off, which means if they come off easily, you can get stuck easily. So that's one thing I'm not a fan of. They're a little thinner, so the feel in your hand, and they're harder. Well, they're definitely thinner. They have a little bumpy texture for gripping, but for me, because I have arthritis in my hands, I need a fatter grip. So that's something else for me, but that may not deter anyone else. And actually, what I use when I do have these really thin tools is this little piece of foam that I can just add on to any one of my tools, which gives it a little fatter, a little more thickness, which is great for my hands. So I'm going to pop that on. Actually, this is the thinner one. So let's get to weeding. Let me give you a better angle so you can check that out. So you can see. It's very hard to get it started on the end, but let's go ahead. And this is a pretty simple peel, so we're really not going to be able to tell until I get to picking out the inner parts. Okay, so trying to get the insides out. Let's see. Well, I would definitely say out of the two, the thinner needle worked the best out of the two of them. Okay, I'm going to try to weed something else so I can give a really honest assessment on these weeding tools. But these are flip-flops. So, and they're pretty detailed. So this should really give an accurate representation of these weeding tools. So let's go. Okay, this is the thinner one that I told you that was the better of the two. So let's see. It's kind of difficult picking it up on the end with this. Let's see. All right, we got it started. I'm gonna peel it out. Get the outer going so that I can Now, this material is not the easiest. However, if you have a weeder, it should work on all types of material. So that really should not be an issue. So yeah, this. All right. So now let's get into the intricate lines. I'm trying to get you a better angle. Hold tight. Hopefully that's a better angle. So yeah. Yeah, don't know. On a fan. Let's try this thicker one. See if that makes any difference. Not really. It's hard to get these pieces up. Yeah, not a fan of that at all. Prefer anything over those. But again, Serena got more of this style at the dollar store. So we're going to see how she liked that. I'm going to insert that clip right. I can say that this blade or whatever this is, this pick is not as sharp as the Cricut ones. I feel like I have to dig a little deeper into the vinyl to get it out, but it still works. It's still worth getting instead of paying for the Cricut one. And then if you remember, I got this little teeny tiny weeding, or they call it a cutting mat, but I'm using it for weeding because I have this ginormous one that I use, but sometimes it's not always convenient for little projects like I'm doing this morning, or if I want to go away somewhere, this is easier to toss in my bag. So I kind of wanted to give this a try. I like the feel of it. I like the size of it. So far that is off to a good start. So I like this little mat because I can sit here in front of my computer instead of having a 12 by 12 mat. I have this little one and my keyboard is right here. So I don't have to stand up at my little workstation and use the big 12 by 12 mat. So now we're going to see how this cuts and how it weeds. Yeah, just going to be very simple, but enough detail so that I will be able to see how it cuts and how it weeds. So let's get started. Alright, I'm just going to hit make it because it is regular vinyl. We do not have to mirror it. Oh my gosh, guys, please tell me I recorded that. I did all of that. Please tell me I recorded it because I just realized when my phone went dark that I had not pressed the record button. That was a oops. But basically, what I did was just put my name on it. I think you've seen that. You may not have seen me put the flower on there, but here's the finished product. It feels good on here, just like any other vinyl that I would use. I am going to, it transfers nicely, and I'm going to let it sit for a while and then wash it and see if it can withstand that. Now with things like this, you don't put it in the dishwasher and you don't let it soak anyway. It's just basically you're going to just give it a quick hand wash and a rinse. So we shall see, but I think it's cute. So far it's okay. I'm not mad at it. Oh, I have to tell you. So I got this to mimic the easy button. I tell my people to subscribe, I can just hit the button as a reminder. However, this is the sound it makes. Not the sound that I was going for. So I'm gonna make them think that there's a tornado coming. So there's that. A little tiny sequence pillow. And you may be saying, what am I going to do with that? Because you can't really put vinyl on it or whatever. But what you can do is you can sublimate on sequence. So on this gray side. So we're going to see how this turns out with sublimation. So stay tuned. So I printed this out. It was a tie-dye pattern, and this is what I'm going to sublimate on the pillow. So basically, I'm going to make sure that everything is flipped on the silver side. Okay guys, I have taped my pillow up. I'm going to use my Cricut Easy Press, the large one. It actually heats up to 400 because for sublimation, you need to have the heat at 400. I have my blowout paper here. So I'm going to set the pillow inside so that the back is covered, and then I'm going to cover the top because sublimation does have the tendency to bleed. You just heard that beep. That means that my temperature is up to 400, and we do this for 60 seconds. Hit the C so we can do the countdown. And we're off. And there is the beep. I gotta lift straight up. They're not pretty cute. Look at that. It's hot. The sequence is hot. But that turned out cute with the tie-dye. So you can make it be all pink, or you can turn it back to the tie-dye. So I would say that was a winner. Okay, it is now time to test out the Rhinestone Applique from the dollar store. I am just going to pre-press my shirt to take some of the moisture out so that we can get a good contact. Really quickly, I have my Cricut Easy Press on 325, and we are going to press for 15 seconds. You're just gonna peel off this black part. I can tell you, it's not that easy to get open. That's number one. Just putting it down. It says to use firm pressure for 20 to 30 seconds. I'm going to use 15 because I think my press is probably a little bit hotter than the average iron. Okay, that was 15 seconds. No real direction, so I'm just winging it. All right. So it looks like it stuck down pretty good. The only oops was that, I don't know if you can see it if I zoom in, this stone right here is black instead of silver. But other than that, it looks okay. This is a large shirt. And for me, I don't know, maybe the design is a little bit small for a large, but definitely you could not get away with an extra large. But what you could do is maybe buy 2 of the same decals and maybe put 2 on a shirt, which would take up more space. But other than that, I think it looks pretty good. Okay, here's an idea of how you can use some items at the dollar store to make your pictures for Etsy or when you're posting or wherever you want to put it on your platform at. So flowers, there's my cup I just made. This is just the background. Contact paper from the dollar store on a piece of foam board from the dollar store. So, but yeah, you get the general idea, and I'll insert some of her pictures that she did. she took from some items she had at the dollar store. But yep, that is the concept. Alrighty, peeps, I am wrapping up this video. So let's just go over the items, and again, I'll tell you what I think. Okay, first up is the mini weeding pad. This is definitely a winner. I would say get yourself one. Remember, we said it's for small areas, it's for traveling, it's for small weeding jobs. Definitely, I would say yes, go get yourself one. Excuse me. Then we have the dollar store Crafter Square permanent adhesive vinyl. I think it was a winner. It cut well, it weeded nicely, it stayed on here nicely even after one wash. So this is a winner. I think next time I'm going to try some heat transfer and see how that does. My understanding is that they also have like leather. So yeah, I don't think that this is bad at all. Then now we come to these weeders. As you can see, one of my caps is missing. The foremost thing I said I did not like about it was that the caps don't stay on. So there's that. They're very thin. They're not as bulky, so that is a problem for me. And I just don't think they're great. They come two in a pack. One is thin, one is a little bit thicker. After, I think, day 2, I was able to maneuver and able to get it done. So this is what I will say. If you just absolutely cannot get anything else besides these, then get these. They will work, but it will be a struggle. The next step up was the ones that Serena showed you in her video that look closer to the Cricut ones. She said that they were not great, but they were not awful, but she does not recommend getting them. Both of us said if you're going to purchase any, you should purchase the Cricut ones out of all 3 of these. Then I showed you the pillow because I just wanted to show you a blank from there that you could use. This was definitely a winner. I sublimated on this. This is sequins. It turned out really, really cute. So if you want to make this for a grandchild, if you want to make this for a friend, if you want to sell it in your shop, I think it's a cute product. Yeah, so this was definitely a winner. The Rhinestone Applique. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. It did what it was supposed to do. Just look at the packages before you walk out the store to make sure there's no off-color stones. But then some may think it gives it character. But yeah, overall, I would definitely say it was a thumbs up. And then we just showed you the props. Obviously, yes, they're a winner all day long. You can buy multiple things from the dollar store in order to spruce up your pictures. And so I would definitely say that that should be your go-to place to get accessories for any of your pictures because they're inexpensive and they look really good. So that is the end of this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and share it with someone else who you feel as though could benefit from the content that I create here on my channel. Now, I know lots of you are watching. My watch hours have been going through the roof, but not as many have been hitting the button. So go ahead and hit that button. It's absolutely free. Speaking of buttons, I did get that button from the dollar store that I showed you. I don't even know where it is right now, but I told you that that was a thumbs down for me only because of the sound it made, not because of the functionality. So there's that. But anyway, guys, until we meet again, be safe. Bye-bye.